Hello, tarot friends. I'm back. So I don't know what happened. Put that down. Up a little. For some reason, it just cut off. I don't know when. I was in the middle of answering the question about Harvard, and I had so much to say. And I'm really disappointed because I don't know if any of it's there. And I do want to just point out that some of what I said, I don't even know where the cards are that had shown up. I wanted to say that there were going to be some roadblocks and that they were a chance to prove that this is something that you want, and to look at them in that way. But also, as far as the question of will you get in, will you be accepted, I want you to not think about that and not focus on that at all, and just go through the steps. Also, if there's been any delays, or if there's been procrastination on your end, that you could be standing in your own way. So also to focus on that, but to not worry about whether you will or whether you won't. Don't think about the outcome, because I want you to think about the process. I want you to just do everything that you need to do. And if you focus on the steps you're taking, or rather than the outcome, it can help you to shut out the negative voices that are, saying to you, I don't know why you're bothering, or you're wasting your time. Those kinds of questions that get in there and just eat us up. I think that the process itself is highly valuable, and I think you're going to learn so much through this process. And if you're in high school or something, talk to your counselor. They'll have some advice for you on what to do to go forward towards this goal, all the paperwork to fill out for financial aid. There was, I don't know why the cards are gone, but there was a Six of Pentacles, which represents assistance. There was Nine of Pentacles, which represents independence and autonomy. I think hopefully you'll find this video. I just feel really bad because I had so much to say about it. And the important thing is not to focus on the outcome at all, but to focus all of your effort onto the steps, step by step, what you need to do to progress towards your goal, and to keep. Also, I said, if there's people who if you're not 100% sure that someone's going to support you and be behind you, don't tell them. They don't need to know what your goals are, because all that's going to do is throw up negativity, throw up more walls, and they may chip away at your, determination, at your self-confidence, at whatever. And, but also, if people are against what you're doing, they may actively tried to discourage you or prevent you, so you never want to put that out there and create more resistance for yourself. And when you talk about it less, every time you talk about your goal, you get, the pleasure chemicals makes it feel good, but it also makes you need the pleasure chemicals of accomplishing the goal less, because you can just get them by talking, and talking is easier. So, another reason not to talk about your goal too much, especially to anyone unless someone is supportive of you and they're going to be an assistance, a way to help you towards your goal, then you want to basically keep it to yourself, and then keep as much of it, of your joy, of your anticipation, to yourself as well. And let that be a driving force. So it really sucks that that reading kind of got lost, because I did it and I'm not sure if it came up at all. So I'm back now. I don't know what's the problem with the last 2 times that I went on. It just stopped on its own, of its own accord. I don't know why. And so now I feel it's giving me a sort of depressed feeling. So I'll take a couple questions for those who are back. If you were on the feed before, it didn't get to your question, we can re-ask. I need to look at the other. I want to see the questions. I'm not just going to go off of the question. No, my live feed's not up, so I can't see that anymore. Can't remember what question I'm on. I think I'm going to limit for now. I'm going to limit to 5 new questions if I can get through them before my stuff just decides to turn off or whatever, and try to get myself up in a better mind space. So I'm sorry, guys. Gwarma Sharma. Hi back. Can you be on the list? Go ahead, ask your question. Rinky says hi. What does Shrey think and feel about me? If he likes me, why doesn't he just say so? Okay. Number 1, Rinky. Hi Rise. Hi Rise. What does Shrey think and feel? Okay. Hi Rise. What's coming my way? Thank you. So we're going to go number 2. Hi Rise. What's coming my way? I love that question. It's nice and open-ended. Okay. Rinky wants to know, what does Shrey think, and do they like me, and why don't they say so? So, this is for Rinky. Rinky wants to know, do they like me? We've got the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Justice upright. Do they like Rinky? Do you love me? Do you love me? Now that I can dance. Watch me now. Okay. Yeah, I had to sing. The Ace of Cups is in reverse, which is indicating that they are not bringing a love offering. So the reason they may not be saying so, maybe that they are not feeling it, Justice represents a choice, or a decision, or a sort of weighing things out, a balance. That's the word I wanted. The unknown card just kind of falls out on its own. So with the Ace of Cups in reverse, yeah, I'm feeling like they don't really have that to offer. But with the Justice card, I'm feeling like they probably already involved with someone else, or have another person that they're interested in. Maybe it could be possible that they are sending some mixed signals with the Justice. The scales of balance kind of go up and down before they kind of hold still. And it could be too that they aren't either. I feel like either they have other options, or they're not, maybe not totally in the market or in the headspace. Like, sure, they like the attention or the friendship or whatever else, but it could be that you're either they're not looking towards you. I feel they're either looking in another direction, or they're not looking, and like it's just not on their radar. The King of Swords in reverse. Makes me feel like they're probably in their head and more concerned about books, studying, learning, doing their job, learning a new job, or some other goal that they're working towards, more so than romance. And then we have the Unknown card, which is unknown. It's just a card that's there to tease you. And the Three of Pentacles, which is teamwork. So I feel like you guys must be around each other a lot. I don't know if you work together or attend school together or are part of some type of group and you get along. I just don't think that they're there for that, So I'm sorry. I'm sure that's not what you wanted to hear. High rise. It's funny to say hi, high rise. High rise's question is, what's coming my way? What's coming my way? What's coming up for high rise? I'm going to go with the Tarot de la Nuit. Guys and guys, what's coming up for high rise? What's coming up for high rise? Look at the Four of Pentacles. This Four of Pentacles. Oh, and now look at this. You guys both got the special part of the deck. Right, things are just falling everywhere. And because I really want to continue to use the crystal vision, so I'm going to do plus. All right. However, the Four of Pentacles, this is giving me vibes of being inside. Quarantine is not really quarantine anymore, but things are open, but it's iffy depending on where you're at. But I do feel like it's giving me vibes of quarantine, of being closed off, but you're looking out this window. The window's open, and there's stuff out there. But then again, the person in the card is not looking out the window. They're looking back into the room. So they may have some misgivings about going out there. We have the moon coming through the window as well. And then we have the Eight of Wands. I thought that was the Chariot. Okay. Either way, Eight of Wands in reverse. Also, it's showing me kind of, stagnation, not moving forward. It's like you're stuck in a rut. There's whatever's out that window is either just not interesting you, or for some reason you're turned away from it. And I have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. Which makes me feel like something maybe happened where you were hurt by someone, or fooled, or you tried something, it didn't work, it soured you on the experience. It's something's keeping you. Yeah, I'm getting a vibe of like what is that called? But I'm feeling, all of a sudden I'm feeling like agoraphobic. I'm getting kind of an and I don't want to go out. I don't want to expand my horizons. I don't want to move. Like, so you asked what's coming up, which would indicate that you do want to expand your horizon. You are looking forward to something new. The cards are giving me a different story, and they're kind of saying you don't. Like, you start to maybe think you do, and then you withdraw. There's a lot, and then you think, okay, no, that's gonna be bad for me. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna be too much work. That's gonna be stressful. So I'm feeling, that's what I'm feeling. There's a lot of this sort of really agoraphobic feeling, like stuck in a rut, but unwilling to go outside of it. I'm gonna look, because the Angel of Lanua. Okay, so I'm gonna look in the book, but I just picked it up and I felt like dreams. Like, okay, maybe you're like me. Your dreams are more interesting than your life. So I'm feeling like your dreams, they could be an escape. Maybe you need to pay more attention to your dreams. Maybe you need to get out of your dreams a little bit more, out of your head, out of the desire for escapism. Angel Della. Look it up in the book, because I feel like the book might give us a little bit of extra guidance. Okay, this is the World, and then it's not showing me in the major arcana, this card, so maybe it comes at the end. Bonus card. I am the Angel of Night. If you pick me up, then my message to you is that your inner night is soon coming to an end. You may have walked in darkness for some time, but soon, very soon, a new full moon will rise and will show you the way. Look at that! Look at the new full moon right there! Wow! Shining into the room, showing you the way. Okay, where was I? My phosphorescent butterflies are here to guide you. Believe in luck. Believe in me. Believe in you. My black soft wings are protecting you from now on. In your heart, I whisper my sweet lullaby. Have no fear, honey. Everything is going to be fine. The night is nothing to be afraid of anymore, and the warm sun that you hold within is ready to shine again. You're welcome, High Rise. Wow. So I feel, yeah, like that really was a really powerful message for you. I don't have words. I just have like a feeling like. So, yeah. It's about to break open. But it is going to take, courage on your part, I think. Yeah, goosebumps, no doubt. It's going to take courage. She says, I feel like, did she not say take my hand? I don't know. She said take my hand. My soft black wings are protecting you from now on. So it doesn't mean that your fears are going to go away. It just means that you need to realize that, you have this cloak of protection around you, that you can brave those fears. And it's going to require that. And I wish you all the luck with that. That was just short but sweet. And yeah, little goosebumps. I hope that makes you feel positive, encouraged. Wow. Okay. Hi, Rise. Thank you for your question. That was exciting. Dr. Marine, how does Dr. AES feel about me? Okay. How does the doctor feel? Doctor, give me the news. Gaurav Sharma. I would have read your card. I had a question. I don't know why you went away. Take it back. The world's in reverse, right? Doctor, give me the news. You gotta know what you feel. Ooh, okay, here we go. How does the doctor feel? Ooh, okay. So, boom, boom, boom. All right, we have the world in reverse. We have 9 of Cups upright. It's lucky. She's so lucky. She's a star. I'm all about the songs today. The moon in reverse. And we have the Queen of Wands. Va-va-boom. Okay. 9 of Cups is a wish card. It's like getting your wish. And we have all these lucky clovers. That's so positive. We want to know, how does the doctor feel? The world in reverse makes me feel like, okay, so the world a lot of times, the world's pretty heavy. As a doctor, someone who's a doctor, you may feel like you have the world on your shoulders, but this makes me feel like maybe the doctor feels like you relieve some of that pressure, and maybe you make him feel lucky. The moon is in reverse, which can represent some confusion and things not being as they appear. The moon is one of those, it's kind of a card of illusion, so it's kind of a trickster card. It's kind of a, finger in your soup kind of thing. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So if the doctor sees you like this Queen of Wands, I would say that is very lucky for you. She's very beautiful and dramatic, and she has a strong, dramatic presence. I definitely do feel like he notices when you walk in the room. I feel like he feels good. He feels good about your presence, and he feels light around you and comfortable. The moon suggests that he may feel some confusion. And so I don't think he yet knows how he feels about how he feels. Like he likes it. It's good. It's you know. I definitely think that he finds you funny and exciting and sexy and enjoys being around you. Whether or not it's more than that is not showing up in these cards. But there's nothing really bad there other than that little bit of confusion. And I don't know if he could be married or seeing someone. There's no indication in the cards of that. There's no specific indication. Or recently out of a relationship that can do a number on you. Or maybe he doesn't have as much experience as he would portray, or maybe he doesn't portray that he has a lot of experience. So maybe that's causing confusion. Something is causing confusion. So that's probably causing confusion for you as well. But he definitely doesn't think, man, I wish she'd go away when you're around. There's all indication that he enjoys your company. And, basically, you kind of have to wait and see what happens from there. So I hope that was meaningful, helpful. Oh, yes. Thank you. Okay. You're a Cancer and he's a Leo. Oh. Oh boy. That's okay. I just thought, well, let me take another look at the cards. Because, the moon is represented in Cancer, right? And the Wands is represented, or Leo is represented in Wands. And then the world also has the moon in the background. So there's Cancer energy in the cards. And there's Leo energy also. Is one of you a redhead? Either one of you? Just because there's two cards that feature a redhead. Kind of popped out at me. Okay, so Guarva Sharma. What is the Cancer girl thinking about the boy? Okay, Guarva Sharma, what sign are you? And are you a doctor? Because if you're a Leo doctor, then if you're thinking about Dr. Marine, she's thinking about you. That would be kind of funny. Unlikely, but funny. What is Cancer thinking about me? What is the Cancer girl thinking about the boy? Oh. Okay. These are night cards, so they're dark. What is she thinking? This picture is so interesting with this portal, this doorway. So we have the Judgment card, card 20, and we have the King of Wands in reverse. The Five of Swords, some air energy in reverse, and the Five of Cups, some water energy in reverse. What is she thinking about me? I need to really look at these cards. She's a Cancer. So this Five of Cups would possibly represent, I feel like this person, even though they're sitting on, this is a mermaid, and she's sitting on top of a large rock. She's looking out at this ship. And there's a little waterfall, but she gives me a very poetic feel. And so I was thinking about poetry. And so I wonder if it's possible that she's written poems about you, or if she writes poetry, or reads poetry, enjoys poetry. I feel there's something about poetry. Then we have the Five of Swords. Which is making me wonder if you guys have had a fight. Where I want to say that you won, but you won the fight and lost the war, kind of. Like maybe you had a fight or something where you said things that you regret, or where you kind of maybe made her lose face. I don't know. I feel like there was a disagreement or a fight where winning wasn't necessarily the best way to win. I know that sounds weird, but we have the King of Wands. He's got a snake. He's got blood from his mouth. He reminds me of what's his name from Top? Val Kilmer. Like a cross between Val Kilmer and this is in reverse. I feel like she might be a little cooled off towards you after some words that you exchanged. But this Judgment card makes me feel like, yeah, like she's kind of not sure right now, but she's not necessarily given up, but I feel like she's probably cooled off, but this is so weird because when I look at it from a distance, I can't see. I feel like she's facing away like everyone else, but she's facing towards. Like she keeps changing. She's looking forward and looking back. She may be a person who doesn't follow the crowd, who kind of goes on her own path. But I feel like she's kind of she's weighing how she feels about you right now after an exchange that you had recently. So she hasn't really made up her mind whether she's gonna like come towards you or turn her back. That's how I feel. But it seems like a little distant right now, but it's more like like possibly hurt feelings. So I don't know if you've hurt her feelings or you did. You had a fight. Okay. Thank you. Abundance to you as well. I would say that you probably need to come in with some show of remorse. I don't want to say apology. Not that you shouldn't apologize, but let her know that you regret what happened and, how can you make it up to her? Because I do feel like she's on the edge of like she's standing in the doorway, like, should I stay or should I go? Should I just So yeah, I would definitely make a move to repair whatever happened in that fight. Okay. Mangat wants to know Namita's current feelings. Yep, everybody wants to know how somebody's feeling. Okay, this is probably going to be the last one, and then I might do a little bit of reading. Not card reading, but book reading. I don't know if Namita is a male or female, but we'll just go knock, knock, knock. How does Namita feel? Oh. Okay, good. Page of Water. Look at that. I feel like Namita might be younger than you. Or new, fresh, like new to however you met her, or I feel like she's young and a little vulnerable, so be careful. Or is it a she? I don't know. Libra, yes, I will do you because I was going to do you before. And I apologize. It just shut off all on its own. I got another decision. Okay. It looks like positive feelings, but I almost feel like not necessarily romantic. Maybe looking up to, or maybe trusting. I feel like this person is open and like possibly a little naive, a little vulnerable. Oh, but then we have this temptation card, and we have the Magician fell out upside down. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do anything with those because they fell over here. I feel like she feels kind of tentative. She? I don't know if it's a she. Can you tell me if it's a she or if you're a she and they're a he, or it doesn't matter but I'm saying she, so let me know if she's a she or if she's a he. Okay. What's Namita? So I feel like Namita is soft, gentle, pretty, whether they're male or female, delicate, and young, and experienced. That's how I feel. And I feel like they have positive feelings towards you. But I feel like they look up to you. As a mentor, maybe, or as someone above them in some way, more advanced, I guess. The Justice suggests a decision, and then the Temptation, this also shows me sort of a growth or maturing. So I feel like this person may be feeling like they have some feelings towards you, but they're also like, be careful with them, please, is how I feel. Like, not yet a girl, not yet, or not a girl, not yet a woman, just came into my head. It's like a teacher, it's like a student and a teacher kind of vibe, some like an unequalness of power. I feel like they are in a position of, like, you might be in a position of authority over them, or just more experienced or older. So I feel like they have like this what's the word I want? Tentativeness. Like, there's a tentativeness, but I feel like there is a temptation on their part, or like that they do kind of want, or wish to cross a boundary, make a decision, but I also feel like I don't know the specifics, so only you know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, but I just feel like they're a little shy and a little naive, or inexperienced, but kind of sort of tempted to explore something more, feeling like different things that they aren't used to, whether it's ever for them or in this specific experience. So I don't know. Does that resonate? I hope so. I'm going to go ahead and do Libra now. She really makes me wonder what's going on in that situation. Okay, Libra. What does Aquarius want to reconcile? Oh man, those questions. All right. Does Aquarius want to reconcile with Libra? Oh, okay. Forgot to put those in. Okay. 3 of Wands, 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 6 of Wands. Okay. Does Aquarius want to reconcile with Libra? Last 2 readings, I got the Justice card, which is like the Libra card. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Three of Wands, usually we see looking out away. And now this deck, we have the 3 of Wands looking towards you, towards us. So I feel like Aquarius could well be considering the possibility. Now this 3 of Wands, she's in the water. It looks like she's in the water. She's in water, and she's holding a skull in one hand and a staff that is turning into a snake at the top in the other hand. And then this here just made me think of like a scythe. Even though that's not what it is, it's just the way the smoke was and the angle of it. So she's looking at you. I don't know if you're she, but she in this card is looking at you. She's not turned away, but yet she looks kind of salty to me. Like, Aquarius still has some beef with you. They haven't turned and walked away. I'm not sure about reconciling, but they definitely still have some stuff they want to work out. They've still got some. They maybe hold on to some resentment that you don't even know about. And that happened to me, actually. Not too far back with a close friend. We had a falling out, and she was upset with me about things I didn't even know. I was pretty sure I was the only one who'd been wronged in that situation. 6 of Swords. And here we have this girl who is, deep in thought. Lights coming in. There's butterflies and flowers all around her. She's also got a lamp of her own. She's got the lamp of her own wisdom, her own. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Even though that's not what that is either. I'm seeing that shape. This shape. I'm kind of getting this sense like, oh, like, oh, it is a he. You did say, does he love me? So I'm getting a sense like he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go away or come back. He kind of wants. I feel like he wants to stay in the in between right now. The 8 of Swords is like resting. It's like, like just this is not making decision energy for me. Well, no wonder you're confused. Should I stay or should I go? 6 of Wands. I'm going to go to Trust Your Vibe deck. I've barely used it, so let's give it a go. Take your time. It looks like he's taking his time. I mean, that's really what I was saying all along. I think that I would say he probably does have love because otherwise it'd be a lot simpler of a decision. Play. Okay. That's strange because I don't see a lot of playfulness. I don't want to say what could the meaning of play be in this situation? It's definitely just, on a negative, if he's a player, and vibe check. Okay, so this vibe check is for you, basically. Because if he is a player, then he's just keeping you in limbo. and to see if there's anything else kind of better. And the thing is, even if he's not, he's still keeping you in limbo, and you can't live like that forever. I'm going to look into my deck because I want to see if there's any more sort of guidance that the book has. I'm going to look into the book. And Libra, I'm going to say now that this is going to be the last card reading. So I called that as a thing. No, I said 3 of Wands, not 3 of Swords. So 2, 6, 8, and 6. 3 of Wands. As bold as I am, do the skulls and the wand I hold scare you? They shouldn't. You're strong enough to face them. They only destroy those who are not well prepared and not motivated enough to persist. Which is not your case, as I feel it. I encourage you in the most categorical way to continue to grow, to learn, and to conquer new worlds. Of course you will experience changes and great challenges. That's part of the game. Night is not for cowards. It is brave and ambitious spirits. Be at ease with that. Your strength, your confidence, and your foresight will get you through any difficulty. Be bold and dare to be fully you. Okay. 6 of Swords. Towards new shores. I leave my past and my heavy burdens behind me. A new journey begins. I know I have to start afresh. Of course, it's not easy, and I will miss many things in my old life. I am facing the unknown, and that scares me a lot. But I'm also full of hope. Embark on this boat with me. Let go of your past. A new phase of your life is beginning, which will require courage, adaptation, and strength of character. But this change will bring many good things and will lead all of us to true happiness and greater joy. So, my friend, with a clear mind and brave heart, let's sail toward this new shore. Okay, so this is about a new start. This deck is very non-traditional, so sometimes it's hard to get exactly, you get a different feel. This one is 8 of Swords, prisoner of myself. I'm a prisoner of my own shame and thoughts. I close my eyes not to sleep, but because I don't want to see the reality I live in. So yeah, I said that I feel like he's avoiding making a decision. I feel I'm a victim. So these cards are about him, just so you know. I've done what I could, but now there are no options left. My love letters are written with my blood, and no one will read them. Okay, I can't make any decision. I won't take action ever again. I'm useless, powerless, but wait, I hear a gold whisper telling me to wake up, telling me that not all is lost, that I should get my power back. Should I lay here forever, or should I trust the whisper? And you, what will you do? So he's really stuck in this, what will you do is the question. Dr. Phil used to say, why are you waiting on him to, decide your life for you? So he's not wanting to make a decision, and he's keeping you in this I already said it, limbo. 6 of Wands. Like, I know at first it sounded positive, but I feel like I would create some type of deadline in your head. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Where you at? Not tell him, but like, how long are you willing to wait for him to make a decision? Don't say forever. Blossoming confidence. Flowers are blossoming around. Right, 6 of Wands. Public recognition. Promoting oneself, self-confidence. I feel like the 6 of Wands is really saying to you, and now the play makes sense too. you need to glow up, you know? You can kind of still keep a hope or whatever, but you kind of got to start to think, how can you move forward? And how can you put yourself out there? Give yourself a makeover. It sounds trite, but whatever, do it. Get out there, play, have a good time, hang out with friends. If you don't want to date someone or go on dates, try it. It's just a date. It doesn't, it's not a commitment. It doesn't even mean you're in a relationship. But even if whether you date or not, go out with friends, do things, have fun. Let people take your picture. Take pictures of the fun you're having. Have fun. Fake it if you have to. I would let him know through your actions that you are moving forward, that if he doesn't make a move, he could lose you. Don't tell him that. Do not tell him that. Just level up and don't let him have all the say. Don't let him have all the decision, because he doesn't want to make a decision, and part of that is because he probably doesn't have to. As long as you're waiting for him, he knows that, and he doesn't have to. So you kind of gotta start putting him in the rear view mirror. If he doesn't chase you, then you'll be down the road heading on to the next best thing. And I hope that gives you some encouragement. Hi, Kefali. I decided to stop doing readings for right now. You're welcome, Libra. Clear intentions of Mayok towards me. Kefali, are you still there? Okay, so look at this. We have Cinderella running away at midnight. I wasn't going to do any more readings, but this is it. This is the last one, okay? His words. Okay, so I am feeling like Mayank might not care that he hurt you. That's harsh. But the Queen of Swords is a harsh card, and I feel with the Queen of Swords very much like this person's cold. And of course, we all want people to feel bad when they hurt us. We want them to be sorry, and sometimes they're just not. And I feel like this person is cold and harsh, and the kind of person to say, well, that's just the brutal truth. It doesn't seem like they're ready or willing to give you what you want. but they are ready and willing to be cruel if necessary. Alright, yeah. Ace of Air, Ten of Buddha. Ace of Air is telling me the new opportunity is coming. This person, it doesn't feel like they care too much if they hurt you. And maybe they don't think it's a big deal. They might just be careless in general, or they may be cruel. Or they may be just selfish, like they got what they wanted and they're fine with that. And yeah, I kind of feel like they got the part they needed, and they're not really concerned about the part you needed. And the Ace of Air to me is saying that you need to cut ties. Does K miss my presence in his life? I decided I feel contact with him. I'm sorry. I decided this was going to be my last reading. Man, I feel... Okay, I will... Oh, okay. Give me a second to figure out what I want to do. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't feel like I have the energy for another reading. I'm sure that cutting contact was a good decision on your part without pulling any cards. Feel free to ask someone else who's doing readings if you'd like about this, but I just know from my own experience that the best thing is to stop trying to figure out if they miss you. It's kind of a... Yeah. That's just my unasked for, non-tarot advice. If you cut them out, try to cut them out of your mind as well. Okay, so the phone, which is where I look to make sure things are, continuing on, battery is dying. And but I do want to do a short reading. For anyone who stayed to the end, you're welcome, G. Good luck, G. Did I put the wrong deck? I put this deck in this box. I just did it wrong. Okay. So now I'm going to try to read even though my throat is sore. Thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button. But hit the subscribe and click on the bell. I'll let you know the next time I go on. I'm trying my darndest to get up to 1,000 subscriptions so that I can go live from my phone. I will be so excited when I get to that point where I'm able to do that. I'm putting everything in the wrong spot right now. I'm going to draw Trust Your Vibe for the, for the collective. Learn. Perfect. Learn. And stay in your own skin. Learn and stay in your own skin. Goddesses and guides, do you want me to have one more? Learn, stay in your own skin, and call on your joy guides. All right, that's our message for the collective, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick reading about Ostara, which has passed. But again, as I said at the beginning, I feel like with the pagan holidays, I feel like they're more of a season than just one day. So, Cosmic Sway by Daniel Farr. Ostara, the spring equinox, the day of equilibrium, is a solar holiday on March 19th at 11:49 a.m. under a waning Aquarius moon. Now, this is from 2020, so maybe different this year. It probably is. The high holiday comes a few days early this year and is earliest spring equinox since 1896. Interestingly, since 2000, Ostara arrives every leap year earlier than the leap year before and will continue to do so until the end of the century. That is interesting. Ostara. This day at the exact time, the dark and light energies stand as equals. Night and day are of equal length. A favorite practice to celebrate Ostara is to stand eggs on their ends. Remove the eggs from the refrigerator and let the eggs warm to room temperature on the counter. When nearing the moment of equilibrium, the timing does not need to be exact. Move the eggs to a surface that will not be affected by vibration or disturbance. Hold an egg gently between the fingers of both hands on its larger round end. Find the balance point and slowly let go. This may take several tries and several minutes, but eventually an egg will stand on its own. Stand eggs everywhere, like the stones on the Celtic landscape. Take a photo. I love that idea. This waning Aquarius moon will provide an opportunity to draw on the inner darkness for strength and inspiration. Ostara being the time of the quickening, the time the earth begins to burst forth with new life, is a favorable phase to begin a major effort or significant project. New affairs requiring forethought and analysis are particularly supported by this lunar arrangement. Look inward at previous losses and lessons learned. Extract the wisdom from each and bring the knowledge forward into the new venture rather than holding on to a defeat and thinking of retribution. Dark moon. The dark Aries moon. Now remember, the specifics of this are from 2020. But I'll read it because even if it's not the astrological reality, it could still hold some valuable messages. The dark Aries moon on March 24 at 5:28 a.m. is also the calculated stint of lunar energies to coincide with the Ostara celebration. This is a time of coming out of the darkness and into the light, from the dark moon to waxing moon. And Aries will add the fire to push new plans into full form and set the schemes in motion. Use this moon and the coming Taurus moon to drive plans forward, making significant progress by the full Libra moon in 2 weeks. Planting will be ideal on March 26th and 27th. Oh, this is for gardening. As well as the daylight hours of March 28th, and especially under the light of the waxing Taurus moon during these days. The waxing Cancer moon, beginning an hour after sunrise on March 31st, and continuing on April 1st and the morning of April 2nd, will likewise be an excellent period for sowing, and the dark hours under the shining Cancer moon will be even better. If the soil is still cold and nights are still approaching freezing, sowing under glass is best, and rather than providing a list of suitable food plants for sowing, I recommend that you sow them all. Once April's sun has warmed the soil, save for the fruit plants, sow all seeds directly in the ground. Although check the weather forecast, as this year could see light snow and which would push direct planting into May. Great Conjunction. A new 30-year cycle started on January 12th, 2020. Well, that might explain some things. With Saturn conjunct Pluto. Jupiter joins the fray on December 21st, 2020. The Great Conjunction, as it is named, is associated with huge shakeups politically and planetarily, literally and metaphorically. 9 U.S. presidents have been killed, died of illness, or experienced an assassination attempt during a Great Conjunction. But that did not happen. Well, it was predicted to happen by Celia. Forgot her name. Anyway, she predicted an assassination, and she predicted that a president, one thing for president, one for vice president, one would have a heart attack and die, and the other would be assassinated. So that didn't happen. To add more misery, the weather predictions for the winter this year are heavy snows brought on by strong La Nina depression off the coast of Central and South America. Does anyone remember? Did anyone else? World leaders pass away in 2020, or be assassinated or died? Somebody probably did. The time for preparation is the spring and summer. Prepare for a lack of food, water, and electricity during the winter months. So heavily on the garden this year, and so often taking advantage of the planting days. Can and dry and pickle and ferment. Save all of the food possible in case of a long, difficult winter. That's not bad advice. Gotta check the time real quick. Oh, okay. Stock up on firewood if that's an option. Otherwise, prepare for long power outages and lack of heat. Water is always the most important emergency provision, so store water as well as gasoline for a generator. Don't forget blankets, candles, and matches. Yeah, stocking up for 2020 is a good idea. Too bad that's over. Full moon. A full moon Libra will shine upon S-Spot celebrations on April 7 at 10:34 p.m. This fine Libra moon is all about balance, fairness, and justice. Libra, a masculine air sign ruled by the feminine Venus, exhibits balance in all its energies and influences. The celebration of this full moon should include ritualistic aspects positively enhanced by charm and cheerfulness, romance and diplomacy, as the Libra full moon will shine joyfully on relationships of all varieties. Easter. Easter in 2020 was on Sunday, April 12th. Let's see. When is it this year? 31. Easter is definitely in April this year. This year it's April 17th. I appreciate that it's later in the month this year. This fine Libra moon is all about. Okay, no, I lost my place. Easter's on Sunday, April 12th. This mundane lunar holiday falls annually on the first Sunday after the first full moon after Ostara. The whole of the daylight hours will be experienced in a void of course Sagittarius moon, which will go void at 7:45 a.m. and move into Capricorn at 8:05 p.m. The inspiration, encouragement, and idealism of the Sagittarius moon that have determined for the last couple of days will, over the course of the day, slowly lose the struggle against the practical, organized, process-driven motivation of the Capricorn moon. If family time is contemplated, be aware of the shifting lunar influences and be prepared to check Sagittarianism at the door. Be practical. Okay. The dark moon. So this would. Okay. April 22 at 10:25 p.m. will mark the arrival of the Taurus dark moon. Taurus naturally brings forth vim and vigor in a stubborn, never quit, no stop, moving mountains way. In opposition to being pushed or cornered are the exact same qualities focused on never giving in, never moving from that spot, and not moving until asked nicely. I was going to say, did they say Taurus? It sounds Taurusy. The grounded nature of Taurus soothes even the most savage. Taurus is a feminine earth sign and is ruled by the feminine Venus. The dark moon will bring out the hidden strength behind the Taurus qualities. The evening's aspects will do well to focus on the realization of the inner immovable stability and motivating willpower, bringing these into the light of day to be embodied and benevolently called upon at all times, not just a time of stress and pressure. So, although that ended up being very specific to 2020, which is the year that we all remember very well and wish we could forget, I guess that's the sort of thing that you can expect from Llewellyn's, almanacs. A lot of these articles, most of them are very good anytime. And so I'm pretty sure I actually bought this year or last year because if you get them the next year, they're fairly cheap and they're full of really all kinds of good information. So if anyone's interested in what kind of content this book contains, next time I go live, I will probably read The Old Ways, Goddess of Fertility, if it's still March or early April. I think we can continue to think of it as Ostara season. And then, so this one is short and talks about some symbols. I could maybe read it now. Yeah, I'll read it now. What the heck? For those who stayed and got that whole thing that was not very applicable, if you're still hanging in there, I'll read The Old Ways, Goddess of Fertility, Carolyn Walls, or Charlene. Growing up, my springtime tradition centered on the dyeing and hunting of Easter eggs. All the cousins in our family would gather together at my grandparents' house the night before Easter. We would spend the day dyeing eggs in preparation for the hunt, not to mention the hunt for candy and the elusive chocolate bunny. Many members of my family came from a Christian background, and they were very fond of Easter. As a young adult, I had difficulty understanding what eggs and rabbits had to do with the religious holiday. As I grew older and started my exploration into paganism, I came to understand and appreciate how these symbols worked into the mythos and were central components in the celebration of Ostara. Ostara, or the Vernal Equinox, is observed between March 20 and March 23rd in the Northern Hemisphere. It is traditionally a time when the greening of the earth takes place and seeds are sown into fertile soil. Grass and flowers begin their journey to the surface. Animals begin to give birth after the harshness of winter has passed, and the earth begins to soften. The goddess Ostara, or Esther, spelled Eostre, was popular among the Anglo-Saxon people of northern and central Europe. She was often referred to by both names. The goddess presided over springtime in all its components, including that of fertility. It is through her sacred fertility symbols of the rabbit and the egg that she is still recognized by the masses. The Venerable Bede noted that her name was taken directly to the Christian holiday of Easter, as she was so loved. I need some water. The egg. The egg is a small but powerful representation of fertility. It expresses the fragility and infinite possibilities of life. From the egg comes the origins of new life and creation. For such a small package, it represents quite a lot. The egg has been used as a fertility amulet and given as a gift. According to McCoy, the Easter egg, as we now know it, resulted as a gift from the rabbit to the goddess Ostara. The rabbit dyed her egg in swathes of color to win her favor. The rabbit then delivered the gift to the goddess. Ostara was said to be pleased, and it soon caught on with the children in the area. The idea of decorating eggs has continued throughout the years. Eggs, like those created by Fabergé, were opulent and ornate works of decorative art. Children in the United States continue to spend time hunting the eggs that they worked so hard to decorate, thanks in part to the first presidential egg roll in 1878 under Rutherford B. Hayes. The tradition continues today over 140 years later. The rabbit. The Easter bunny is another symbol that is associated with this turning of the seasons. Ostara was a goddess of spring, and the hare was thought to be sacred to her. The rabbit is the one who presented her gift of the egg to the goddess and is the one who continues to hide them throughout the world. Since they seem to multiply seemingly overnight, due to the short gestation period of the rabbit, it is no wonder that they have become synonymous with fertility. However, they also are harbingers eh, harbingers of abundance and brilliance, which is perfect for this Sabbat. Celebrating Ostara. There are many ways that you can celebrate the coming of the spring and the fertility of the earth. Consider using the symbols of Ostara to build your rituals. Creativity is key. Decorating eggs. Eggs can be decorated in a variety of ways. One way that you can incorporate this tradition into your Ostara rituals would be to draw sigils that will help to birth new ideas on the shells prior to dyeing. So this would be a good thing to do with your wax crayon. Kind of makes, you could use it with a regular colored crayon or whatever, but if you use the white crayon. And then it says an easy way to achieve this is by taking a wax pencil or white crayon and drawing the desired sigil on the eggs and then dyeing them. The dye could be a commercial one that you can find in the store, or you could create natural dyes. Natural dyes can be made with turmeric, red or yellow onion skins, grape juice, and beet juice, to name a few. And you can make a lot of really beautiful dyes with natural materials. Just Google that and you'll find some easy recipes. New beginnings. This is the perfect time of year for new beginnings. Instead of fortune cookies, use the plastic eggs you find in the supermarket. You can insert inspirational phrases and ideas inside the shells. These eggs can then be hidden, and those who find the eggs are blessed during the next phase of the year. One could also extend this to placing the pieces of paper into the hollow chocolate rabbits you find at the grocery during this time of year. In order to add the paper, you'll need to create a small incision or hole in the rabbit. Easy enough. Once you place the paper inside, you must close the hole. You can achieve this by taking chocolate chips and melting them over a double boiler. Spread the chocolate across the opening and wait for it to harden. These can be distributed during cakes and ale of the Sabbath rite. These rabbits will be sure to bring an element of fun to any ritual. References: Eden McCoy, Ostara, Custom Spells and Rituals for the Rites of Spring. Published by Llewellyn, 2003. Eden McCoy, The Sabbats, A New Approach to Living the Old Ways. Llewellyn Publications, 1994. Sheena Morgan, The Wicca Book of Days. Published by Vega in 2002. Mike Nichols, The Witches' Sabbats. Published by Acorn Guild Press, 2005. The Power of Rabbits. Posted on WordPress by The Pagan Grove in 2010. and the White House Easter egg roll. Yes. So, at the whitehouse.gov/Easter egg roll/ if you want to learn more about that. So, I did say earlier my throat's dry, and my throat is dry. So, the next time I do a live, I will probably read from Feasts and Treats by Mickey Mueller. And this actually has some recipes, so that's pretty cool. I'm just kind of looking through. There's an article about a crystal for the Ostara season, which really looks like a good choice for a read out. So thanks for joining me, tarot friends, for reading and for reading. Until next time. Be well.